Hello and welcome back. In our previous tutorial I showed us how to get the access card, so now I'll quickly show us how we can register our children. So we'll get to it immediately. Please, if you have any issues at all, there are numbers to call on the platform, and also you can reach us by email info@rsubeb.com. I'll take that again, info@rsubeb.com. So I will show us how we can register our children right now. Alright, so I'm still using my laptop, but like I said previously in the previous tutorial, this platform is actually accessible for mobile devices and tablets from anywhere at all on whichever browser. So please feel free to log in from your mobile phone or your tab, and if you equally have a desktop or a laptop, please go ahead and be able to log on to the platform. So I'll open up my browser now. Alright, so I'll come to the address bar and I'll enter the URL for the platform. Of course, that is www.rsubeb.net. I'll take that again, www.rsubeb.net, www.rsubeb.net. So I'll hit the enter button. Okay, so it brings us to the home page. Since we are centered around student registration, so I'll just come here and click on the registration button here. Alright, so it brings us to the first page. The first thing we are required to do here is to enter our PIN. Of course, after purchasing our access card, we saw our PINs and our serial number, so I'm going to enter in my own PIN right now. Okay, so I've entered in my PIN. Of course, you can't see it because it's meant to be secure, but I've actually entered in my PIN. Now I'll enter in the email address for the registration. Like we said in the previous tutorial, if whichever email you used for purchasing the access card, you have to use that same email address for registration. So I would put in the email address I used while I was trying to get my access card, and I'm sure that should help. So test stable07@gmail.com. Okay, so I've put in the email address. Please, this is very important. Ensure that you put in the email address that you use for purchasing the access card. Ensure that that's the same email address you are using now for registration for the child. Okay, and then a password. Of course, you have to put in the password. Ensure it's a password you can actually remember, and of course your password is your password, so it has to be safe and secure. Ensure that you and you alone have access to that password. So I'll put in my password. And I'll repeat the same password again. Alright, and then we'll click continue, but I won't do that. I just want to remind us on a few things. First of all, this registration is actually meant to be done by a parent, so the parents are meant to assist their children with registration. But for parents that can't do that, of course, you can either go to the school, or you can ask probably a family member that can assist you with it. But I would actually prefer if a parent can do that. But if a parent can't, of course, they can always go back to the school for assistance on how to get their child registered. Then secondly, a parent cannot use one email for multiple children, so each child must have a unique email assigned to the child. What I'm saying is, you can't use one email to carry out multiple registrations for children. If a parent has 2 to 3 children, he has to create 2 to 3 email addresses for each child. That is the way the system works. So it's one email per child, one email per child. You can't use one email for more than one child. Okay, and so at the right hand column here we have the continue registration. At this point, this is, you will need to use this when you are trying to log back into the system. Probably at some point in the registration you got timed out, or your network elapsed, and you couldn't continue registration at some point, but you have not submitted. Of course, you can come and continue registration. All you need to do is just enter the email address you put in here. That is this email address. You come and then you enter it here, and then you enter the serial number on the card. You know, I talked about having the PIN and the serial number perform different functions. The PIN helps you at first time login, and then the serial number helps you to log in frequently until you have completed registration and submitted the registration you've completed. So for now, we won't need this part, but I'll still show us how the continue registration model works. But for now, since we've entered all our information here, I'll just click on continue. Okay, so this is the first page where we have to enter information, and this is the page for entering the basic information of the child. So I'll quickly come here and I'll click on upload. Now this can be done in 2 or 3 ways. First of all, if you are using your desktop or a computer in the business center or a laptop from wherever, what you do is the moment you click on upload, it can give you the option, if you have the document or file you want to upload saved somewhere on the desktop, all you need to do is just search for wherever it is saved. Maybe it is in documents or desktop or wherever, but I have mine saved in the picture folder, so I'll just look for where the picture is, and that is the picture I want to use. So I'll click on open, and then it is saved there as a passport. But another option too you can use is from your mobile phone. Probably if you are doing this registration from your mobile phone or a tab, what you can just do is the moment you click on upload here, what you will see are 2 options. First of all, the system will prompt you to use the camera of the device you are using at that point in time. So once you give access to the camera, of course you might have the documents packed up somewhere. So once you click on the camera, all you need to do is just position the document you want to upload and take a picture of it, and then straight ahead the pictures are uploaded. The second option could be if you have the documents saved on the phone, so the system will ask if it can check your phone directory if you have this document saved. But if you don't have them saved, of course you can use your camera. But since I'm using my system, I've already located where my scanned documents are, and I've selected this picture and I've uploaded it already. So that is all about upload. So I've uploaded my passport, and then I need to enter a son name. So I will put in my son name. Probably I'll go with Joe, and the first name will be on, the middle name could be Mike, ABA. All right, Joe Onu ABA. So the gender, of course it will be male. Date of birth, probably I'll go with 2008. I'll still stick with January, and I'll still stick with 1st of January. So nationality, of course, Nigerian. If the child is not Nigerian, you can pick others, but I'll still stick with Nigeria. State of origin, I'll pick Rivers State, or whichever state the child is from. You can choose Kogi, you can choose Kwara, whichever, but I'll stick with Rivers. Where's Rivers? Okay, so I'll stick with Rivers. Area of origin, I will go with Equerry. Address, I'll use 123 Olu Road, Equerry. This is just an example. The height, of course, you need to fill in the height of the child. Either it's 4 feet, 5 feet, whichever feet, just put it. I'll just go with 4 feet. Of course, the religion is important. You record what religion, so I'll stick with Christianity. Now there's a catch here. There's the option for